Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this file and they told me how they made the shape and that what the problem is. If you can look, they're trying to rotate it from the center and it just doesn't match up with anything. That's because this is probably not equal in size. He drew it with a parallel polygon tool on four sides and just stretched it. I did it. It took a little work. Might take a little work to explain it, but I'm gathering this is what he was wanting. Start, instead of I'm going to start with a six-sided polygon and hit P to put it in the center of the page. Several ways to make a cube, but this is the best way I've seen. Start from the center. I've made several videos on using this method, and you have a cube. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to group it together for a second and hit it back in the center of the page. So, well, it's still huge, factor 12. And I'm going to take and make 3 boxes. So there's our cube. I'm going to left click, right click, but I'm going to group them together so I can contour them. Go to effects and contour. We're going to try 1.5 inches. That's too big. Let's try 1 inch. That's probably good. Now we need to go and break the contour apart, and we can take these and move them over. So that gives us our cube basically. We need to go to object and group and ungroup them. And since we nudged 1 inch, I'm going to make a duplicate of this and nudge it down. I didn't change my nudge factor to 1 inch. Nudge that down 1 inch. That'll kind of give us a reference. Now this is a little harder. So, you know what, now that I think about it, the easiest way to do this, instead of there, I was thinking you could take this and make a duplicate and change your nudge to 1/2 inch, and you could nudge that up and over. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do it that way. Up and over. Whoop, I didn't make a duplicate. I'm going to, hopefully if I got time at the end, I'm going to show you another way to do it. Now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the stuff we don't need, because it's going to kind of cause us problems of looking. And that's what we need. So we have this cube with these windows, but we need to take out a square to make it look like this. Well, I'm going to take I don't know what size, 6-sided polygon, and I'm going to hit P. Boy, if I didn't hit it dead on, well, I'm not exactly dead on. The way we could figure that out, let's take a 2-point line from there. I'm just holding down the control button, and let's measure this. I don't know that you have to have these. Now hold down the control button so it's perpendicular, and we have a 1.99. Let's see how close I was. Yep, with our ratio lock, 1.99. Parallel dimension tool is a really useful tool, but I don't know that it really matters. And see, I could take that out right now, and it would take out those corners. But I need these for some sort of reference. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to take a 2-point line and go from there to there, and from there to there. That's going to work. Take away this line. That's going to get us our end cap. Well, is it? It's too far away. I mean, they're going to be touching if I do it that way. So what we could do, let's try this. Let's try taking the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. And because we're working in the center of the page, we can just kind of move this anywhere we want. And I'm going to left click, right click, and there's our new end. So what I'm going to do is cut away some lines, hopefully. Well, I'm going to take away our polygon, and I'm going to cut this line away, this line away, this line away. I think I'm going to need that line. But because we're working at the center of the page, I can fill this in. Control D, alternate C. That's going to have it rotate from the, must not have done it, from the center. And I'm going to rotate it 120 degrees. Control D. 240. That's our ends. I'm going to take away these lines. I'm going to go in and, don't have to, but left click, right click, just to get rid of some lines. You know what? See, I don't have that line there. Oh, not needed. Okay, Smart Fill tool, and I'm just going to copy what I did. Maybe I'll make it a different color. Let me go blue. Well, okay, I need a line down the middle. I always do that with the Smart Fill tool. And I'm going to hit P because I need a separation line between these two. And I'm going to need a separation line between these two, but I'm just going to draw it by hand. And I'm going to take that dark blue and I'm going to fill it in there and there and here. Got a little leak there. I don't know where that could be. Oh man, take away that line and try filling this in. It's going to be, the bottom one's going to be light. So I'm going to use a light blue. A lot of times if you fill in that will stop your leak the other way. So it's leaking. Oh, it's leaking right there. I can see it. Somehow I don't have a sharp corner. So I'm just going to tell you what, let's take this and delete it. I don't know why that's not sharp. Take this good one. Well, you know what? It's not sharp up there. So I must have, when I filled something in, I knew I was getting too lucky. Let's just fix it though. We can fix it correctly by taking a 2-point line, going there, then get the shape, the pick tool, and extend it. We don't have to go through all this trouble but one time. So you can't, it's hard to get it perpendicular. So I'm going to cut that line away. And I don't know if that bottom one, yeah, the bottom one's the same way. So just delete it, delete the line. Now this is fixed. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I can change the color. Control D, alternate C. A lot of times you have to click off of it to rotate the 120. Control D. Now let's see if we don't have a leak. We hopefully don't have a leak. So all this, I'm going to go ahead and change these to lighter colors. It's almost easier to fill everything in with the same color and then just change them here. Good deal. No leaks. And that's dark. I got all the dark. Now just get back to that color. And I'm just kind of going off what I did before. Now that looks good, but it'll look a lot better when we put some lines on it. So I'm going to get rid of these lines. the lines are going to separate it. Grab it and left click, or excuse me, right click, outline. That's a pretty cool design. That's one advantage I have of having people email me questions. I never would have seen that before, but he was trying, but you can't just take unless you're really lucky, take a 4-sided polygon and do that. You know, because it's not going to be the same as the cube effect. Anyway, hope that helped him and gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.